Goody Tutus live.
That means it's Wednesday.
So today we thought we would talk about where we started, what we did before, when we started working together, and if you have any questions, of course you can ask and we'll try to answer those. Anything?
Nope.
So before I did cakes, I did nails, which is kind of funny. I did it for a couple years, and I didn't love it. I wasn't super busy, but I did like painting pictures on nails, so that's pretty much what I spent my time doing. And then when my daughter was a year old, or she was almost a year old, I discovered cake decorating. I had always baked, and I loved baking, but I'd never thought about cake decorating. So she was turning 1, and I was thinking about making her cake, and I was actually thinking about party planning. And so I started cake decorating first, and then I just stopped with that. I was like, party planning, no. Wedding planning, no. And I've been happy to have not done that many times since, because that's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. Those people are crazy. Like, you have to, it's just so much detail and so much to keep track of. I still like planning parties for my kids, and we like doing parties, and we love making crafts and decorations and everything like that, but I'm really happy that I stopped with cake decorating because I like cake decorating. So my daughter's 16, so I've been decorating for 15 years now.
Yeah. So welcome everyone who joined. We're kind of talking about how we got started, a little bit of what we did before we created Inspired Sugar, just so you guys know a little bit of our backgrounds. So yeah, so thanks for everyone who's hopping on. Welcome to Goody Tutus. This is our Wednesday live, and we're really excited to share some things about ourselves with you guys. And then if you have any questions, feel free to put them down there where we can see them.
Hi.
All right, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Let's see. Before I did cakes, I did all sorts of crazy things, like taught preschool. Wasn't great at that. Sorry to all the parents.
I was gonna say, I taught first grade for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know why we do weird things. Like, we're not, it's like you're searching for what you're gonna do.
Yeah. I worked at banks. What's it say? Best cake ever.
Thank you.
So I worked at a bank for a long time. I worked at Bank of America, and it was really funny because there was one time where me and my mom and my sister all worked like a couple desks apart, and that was kind of fun, you know. As far as having to work in an office, that was pretty fun. So then I started my cake business, and there was a good couple of years where I would work at the bank 7 to 3, and then I would go home and do dinner, and then go to the shop that I was renting space from. I would go there and basically work all night. And then oftentimes towards the weekend, I would, like Thursdays and Fridays, I would basically work all night and then turn around and go home and shower and go back to the bank. So that was not a real healthy lifestyle, but when you're starting up your business, I'm sure a lot of you guys have had to do what you have to do to get through it. So
we talked about that a lot, because she'd be working late and I'd work late, but I'd go home and she'd keep working and she'd be drinking like monsters and Red Bulls and things that I was like, this is not healthy. You're not getting enough sleep and you're drinking crap.
Yeah. Well, not alcohol crap, but
like
energy drink garbage.
Nobody said alcohol.
I know, but when you say drinking, you think I'm like boozing it up all
night.
Like
if you drink coffee all day and you didn't drink any water, you're drinking crap. You're just drinking coffee and you're gonna die. And
you gotta drink the nutrients.
You need the water.
You need the coffee.
But I would tell her all the time, I would be like, you have to do something else, because that's not going to work out for very long.
Yeah, so...
And it didn't.
It didn't. Long story short, I eventually worked myself out of a job. I was a trainer, and I trained India real well. I like to say, worked myself out of a job. But got laid off. And it was actually the best thing that could have happened, because I don't know if I would have given up the stability of that bank job.
Thank you so much.
To jump into cakes. So, oh, hi.
Yeah, she thought about getting another job, and I was like, why don't you just wait and see how it goes?
Yeah, so
just give it a little time.
Yeah, and then we met at a local cake club.
Yeah. And I don't actually even know how long ago that was, but...
Long time ago.
It was a long time ago. We met at a cake club, and then we were renting the same kitchen. Mm-hmm. And then this competition thing came up, and we were each thinking about having our own teams. You had to have a team of 3 people, and decided pretty close to the last minute that we should just make a team together.
I don't know why it took us so long to get
I
there.
know.
But
we hadn't actually worked together at that point.
It was one of those things where I felt like it was like, as if you're like dating and you're like,
do you want to do that?
Like, yeah. Here's my note. Do you like me? Check yes or no. And I was like, do you want a cake with me? Because I kind of want a cake with you. So like, let's cake together.
It took a little bit of time. Yeah. And then we had another friend that we brought on to make our team of 3.
Yeah, Miss Kim. She's awesome.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah, and we went and did this competition at a mall over 2 days and built this huge 6.5-foot cake. And at that point, we were both kind of like, "Oh, this is better. Working with someone, like sharing
the tasks. You know, even being able to talk to somebody, because I could talk to my husband, but he doesn't know anything about cakes, and he doesn't often appreciate when I'm bouncing ideas off of him. He doesn't. He's like, "Oh yeah, sounds good. Thanks, dude."
So yeah, being able to kind of use your creative outlet in a friend and a business partner is pretty cool, because a lot of times, even when we're working on a project together, sometimes I'll be stuck and I'll be like, I don't know, this is not working right, or it's not looking good, and then she'll be able to say, no, I think you're gonna get there. It's gonna be okay. So.
Yeah, we often do that where we have to, we're brainstorming ideas for something, and if I say something that reminds her of something, or she says something, and I go, oh, and so it's just having the extra brain power, the extra creativity, things that you don't think of, we still have our own brains.
Yeah, and sometimes having someone else there to kind of confirm, how you're feeling about something is nice, because we're not immune to being, I guess, like self-conscious about things or thinking. Artists are very hard on themselves, hard on their work. I'm sure critical. Anybody else who does cakes, sometimes you're looking at something and you're like, this was a good idea in my head, and it looks like garbage. And so having someone else there to kind of work together and, help work it all out.
Or somebody to tell you, it looks fine. You've just been staring at it too long. Put it in the fridge for a few minutes. Let it go.
We've definitely both done that. Yeah. We've both done that, and you're just like, you have to walk away. You have to do something else. So anyways, that was about 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think so. 2012, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that. So 6-7 years ago was when we teamed up our businesses, and I know we've said it before, but previously she had a business called Inspired Occasions, and I had a business called Sugar Dreams, and that's where Inspired Sugar came from. Just so you know. There's a reason we have it.
There is a reason. It's such a better name.
Yeah, we liked it better than both our old names, which is really funny.
Yeah.
So.
And good.
Yeah.
We'd be sad if we didn't like our name. We'd have to keep looking. Keep trying.
We'd have to rebrand all the time.
Yeah.
So.
We're going to keep trying.
So, and now, over the years, we kind of turned into a best friend situation. She's my bestie, and we live down the street, not too far from each other, and get to hang out with our kids and stuff. So it's really, all in all, the best situation that could have happened, and we both feel like
we know too that we're really lucky, because I don't think that often happens. It's rare that people work together and are best friends and don't have issues and don't fight, and I think it's rare that people even can work together. Like if they're two creative people that have their own opinions, and I don't know, sometimes egos get in the way, and I don't know. I hear a lot about people who start and they try and then they wind up breaking up and going their own ways. And
and oftentimes something to keep in mind if you are considering working with a friend is that it can put different stressors that obviously you would not have. So I think for us, it's important that if there is something that comes up, because we're human and we can each, misunderstand something. So we just have to be mindful of if something's bothering us, or if we feel like maybe the other one did something, we have to say something. So if something's bothering you, you have to say something.
Right.
And not letting it...
Well, I think that's pretty much what's wrong with the world anyways. Like, people don't say, oh, this happened, did you mean it that way?
Right.
Or is something else going on? And so even in relationships when they're not working together, families and, like they just get, when you don't talk about something, it gets to be bigger and bigger until you've just made this big thing in your head and it started as nothing.
Right. So, we're not perfect. We've had plenty of times where one of us had to say to the other, did you mean that? Or, my feelings kind of got hurt. And as long as you talk about it, usually it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, and most of the time it's not even anything that either of us did or said, but sometimes just being in a mood or other things going on that don't have anything to do with us.
Right. And in being in a job that is, for only making cakes,
Only?
Well, you know what I mean. It's not like our cakes are gonna solve the world's problems. Like, we get that, but it's a big deal at people's events, and it's important to us. So part of what we have to do becomes very stressful, and timelines are very stressful when you do this kind of job. So stressors and emotions can all get in there, and sometimes something that was not even meant to be anything, you take it stronger because you're tired. You may have worked all night.
Too long.
So,
but that's very rare. We don't have too many issues. Mm-hmm. We have much more things that we go do together and events that we plan. And we like to dress up, so if we can find an event, we will create an event so that we can dress up for it.
Yeah, definitely. That's why we're Goody Tutus, because we have so many tutus and we like to wear them all the time. Tutus are fun. And
we just posted about Harry Potter, so we love Harry Potter. And we love Betsy Johnson. What else do we love? We love pink.
Yeah, lots of pink. Polka dots.
All the pinks.
All the pinks.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We actually based our cake from the show off of Betsy Johnson designs. Like, we were looking through her Instagram. We have tons of her stuff. We have purses and jewelry and yoga pants and what else?
Purses, jewelry. We have matching purses. If you haven't seen us wandering around with our matching foam purses,
which you can talk on. Yes, you can.
You can.
We should link the purse.
We should. That's a good idea because it's super fun.
We need a Betsy Johnson category on our Amazon page. So we like all fun things. Yeah. But we were talking about it because we looked through her page and we're just picking out things that we liked, and that's how we designed our cake. Yeah,
and then when we saw the show posted on their Instagram, I think all the different judges, and when we saw Betsy was a judge, both of us were like, no!
Are you kidding me?
The best thing. Like, we should have been on her episode. Yeah. So, we were really bummed we didn't get that episode.
Nancy, our judge, was really sweet.
Nancy was really sweet, awesome. Too. Not to take away from our episode, because we loved it.
But we did. But
we laughed. It was just such a...
We were like, are you kidding? Like, I wouldn't have ever thought she would have been a judge on a cake show.
No.
Ever.
Yeah. And then there was the underwater one, too, and I'm like a crazy huge shark fan, if you didn't get that last week.
So if we would have done the underwater one, we would have made a pink shark? I'm just kidding.
My mom would have made a pink shark in the tutu.
It blows confetti somewhere. Oh no, that's a whale.
Whoops. Wrong.
That's okay. Oh, it opens its mouth and confetti blows out.
You take something. Okay, things got weird.
It chops the person and the confetti comes up. I'm just kidding.
This is bestie humor here. When you can just laugh about sharks and confetti and
time to stop.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I think that's about it. Yeah. Did we do anything else in our past that's amazing? Because I can't think of it. No.
I don't know if there's anything we should talk about.
No.
working with your bestie is, I think we're pretty lucky as far as how it's all turning out. And
we should talk about the future.
Oh yeah.
We need a little town that looks like a Hallmark town. And we want to move there and open a tiny little cafe / bakery. We just need a tiny place.
We just need a little town.
In a little town that's super cute. And they go crazy at Christmas time because we love Christmas. We didn't talk about Christmas.
So really love Christmas.
I got real serious.
I had last year, well, typically, I don't know, like you guys should post, how many Christmas trees do you have? Because I have 2 full-size ones, and then I think about 14 little ones.
Yeah, I don't have
plus
that
the
many.
shark tree. So if you didn't see the shark tree last week, I have a shark tree with all my shark things.
Thank you. Yeah, I have 2 full-size ones, and each of my kids have a small one. And I think we have another small one that goes on top of the countertop somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we were talking, we need some help because
we're gonna take a poll.
we either need to do a pink sparkly cake cookie tree.
In the studio, and we'll make sure to show you.
Yeah. Or we need a Harry Potter tree.
We might just
Can't just decide.
Yeah.
Or we need a pink sparkly tree that has some Harry Potter things on it.
some secret Harry Potter things.
Some secret, like, just, they are gold. We can be gold and pink.
Yeah.
So we put gold little things in there that were Harry Potter.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but we love Christmas. We usually try to plan some Christmas events.
sorry. We're at my house, and my little pug Luna wants to be on the show. So, Luna, come on. Yeah, sorry. Anyways,
yeah. So we'll be posting lots of things coming up. We love fall. Fall is super fun. Starts all the fun things.
Yeah.
I think we each try to decorate as soon as September starts. So one more month. Today is the 1st.
Yeah.
So we have a month, and then we can start putting out fall stuff. And after that, the Christmas stuff. So
yeah, and you'll probably be seeing us post some non-cakey things. We've got some canvas art going on in our Etsy shop, and just kind of branching out into some fun things that are also not going to be eaten.
artsy stuff.
We
We like to make some of our decorations for fall and Christmas, and so we'll probably start sharing some of that stuff. Maybe doing a couple of blog posts or something about it.
Yeah,
it should be fun.
So again, if anybody has any questions, I guess we're not experts on anything, but we can tell you what it's like to work with your best friend and have a business with them, and how you kind of get through things and figure things out. And
We do know Arizona laws.
we do.
Here in Arizona.
Yep,
We
can
know how
help you
that
with
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we do know
Otherwise-
some stuff. I mean, our cakes aren't awful. We like doing our cookies and our cakes.
Yeah.
We know some stuff.
We know some stuff. So, and we're real happy to share.
Yeah.
Any
So
of
if
the
you have
things.
questions about anything, just let us know. We'll need some ideas for our Wednesday lives.
Yeah.
And
So-
then we're gonna also put them on YouTube so you can find them.
Yeah. So, and again, we're at my house today.
But the air is quieter.
The air is quieter, and it's not nearly
It's
so
cooler.
hot because it was really hot in the studio last week. Yeah, summer and easy.
We're ready for summer to go away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only July. Well, I guess it's now technically August. So we have a month of summer, and then we pretend it's fall, but it really doesn't cool off. Sometimes on Halloween, it's still hot.
Yeah.
We're taking our kids out, and
they're
it's
dying in their
sweaty.
costumes.
We have to make sure they don't get anything super furry
Yeah.
or heavy because it's just too hot.
Mm-hmm.
And
But it's a good time for us to wear our tutus.
yeah, that's true. We usually do. Wear our
usually
tutus.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for hopping on and listening to us ramble and be random.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. So thanks for hopping on to Goody Tutus, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.